the man from down under with a little thunder, WWE and Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer, Bushwhacker Luke. I hear something else comes from down under too. The Wrestling with Figs podcast with my mates Chris and James. You gotta tune into this great podcast because Chris and James will give you all the inside info. Whoa! Yay!
What is up, James? How are you, buddy?
Good, Chris. Good. Welcome, everybody, to, what are we now? Episode 13. Can you believe it?
Lucky 13, mate. When you factor in the first episodes we did before we turned this into a pod, it's been going for like nearly a year now.
Yeah. And look, we run these every fortnight. So really it's been half a year, 6 months.
It's a lot of work, especially for you.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
I'll just cruise in and take the credit.
Yes. And take the cash.
But what I have noticed in the private Facebook group, I've noticed that you're starting to throw me under the bus a bit.
Mate, it's about time, mate, because I'm sick of seeing little gifts here and there of, something about me. So I'm just throwing some mud back.
Hey, we've got to talk first off the bat. We had a big matchup in the FDU Fantasy League this week. It was, what's your team called?
The Port Mac Spurs. Crap
name, firstly. Really crap name. My team, it's Automatic. It's a fantastic name. Yeah. But let's just bring up a quick photo here. Look, that was the day before. Now, look at those stats. It was 5 points to 4 for the Port Mac Spurs. There's 1,000th of a point in the field goal percentage, 0.006 in the free throws, 2 3-pointers. This is the closest fantasy game of all time with one game to go, and the final scores, I got absolutely flogged. So your team, yes. You didn't even know this until we came on. Your team didn't even know this. Your team beat mine. They had Steph Curry and Devin Booker on the Sunday game, got about 80 points. And my team had, I don't know, Damian Lillard, who didn't even play. So, a bit disappointed.
That is gold. And plus, I've got Patty Mills, who was absolutely on fire.
Definitely hitting a lot of threes, Patty Mills.
Woo, I think he got 7 or 8.
Patty Mills later on in merch perch. Be excited. This is an exciting purchase.
Awesome. No, I keep saying this. I love seeing the Aussies thrive on the big stage. It's just it's awesome. So
now we've got Survivor Series coming up in the world of wrestling. But this time of year is actually the worst time of year if you're a sports fan because nothing's on. No, there's nothing on. So if you don't like throwing away your money at the horses, there's no sport. Cricket hasn't really stepped up. Although Aussies won the 2020 World Cup, which is fantastic. Did you stay up and watch that? I'm
not a cricket fan, mate. I struggle to watch cricket, to be honest with you.
Well,
there's NBA's on.
I stayed up and watched because it was only a 10 p.m. start here, better than over East. But I stayed up and watched the first innings. And it was Sunday night, and it was about 11:45 when the innings change happened. And I thought, I really want to watch the second innings. But if I don't go to bed now and I go to bed at 2 a.m. when it finishes, I'm going to be struggling to go to school tomorrow and take a cheeky day. But I went to bed and was the honourable soldier and then got up for work the next day. But fantastic result from the Aussies and local boy to where he lives just near my house where he grew up just near me, Mitch Marsh, taking the Aussies to victory with a good innings in that match. Mitch Marsh.
So you're probably referring to Aussie sports. There's not much on, but in terms of American, look, Lucas Moneta here says there's NFL, 100%. There's NBA. There's ice hockey, NHL.
Ice hockey. Who watches ice hockey?
It's a brutal sport. You know what I'd say to my boys?
In WA, there's no ice.
I'm sure there is in regional coastal towns, mate. There's plenty of that stuff going around.
Maybe at the West Coast Eagles. Shout out to all the West Coast Eagles. We better get into the show, mate. We've got to try it. Now, I talked to James about this. I want to bring in a shot clock. So we're not going to do it tonight, but I want to bring in a shot clock, especially when we get to certain segments so we can just keep it moving fast. Because I've done my homework this last 2 weeks. I've been listening to old pods, and I think at times we need to keep the momentum going because James has got so much crap. It's just James, me. What can I say about my prototypes? Oh, have you seen this prototype I've got in my collection? So, you know.
Mate, let me just say, when we finish up here, it is close to midnight. When Chris finishes up over there, it's like 2:00 in the afternoon. He's ready for bed. So that's the difference.
When you're trying to say that you've got it hard and I've got it easy, because I'm still fresh as a daisy over here, I also still have my kids awake. So your kids have probably gone to bed by now. My kids are still running around the house. And I'm hoping by the time I finish here, house is not burning down. So let's just fingers crossed. Should we get into community news?
Let's get cracking, boys. Let's go.
Community news.
Now, to kick it off, the Wrestling with Figs pod wouldn't be here today without the support of Go Figure Collectibles. So a huge shout out to Jeff and the team from Go Figure. I'm so happy that the doors are open. Lockdown's over down there in Melbourne. So please get down there, show your support. Use your code FDU5 to receive your 5% discount. For all the Wrestling Tragics, Elite Series 88 are in stock. Typical Mattel fashion, Elite 87 are not there yet, but they are on their way, but they can't confirm when because they're a bunch of, how can I say it? How do we politely bag the largest toy company in the world that are just horrendous?
How about we just use the term incompetent pricks?
Incompetent pricks. There we go. Arrogant, incompetent pricks. That's what they are.
And let's not forget their female employees too, but we'll just figure out a different way to describe them.
Keep it at 4 letters, though.
Yes.
Well done, Jeff. And I said this last episode. I'll say it again. Any business that has the doors shut on them 8 times in a 2-year period and still standing, bravo! You deserve all the success in the world. So well done. Keep up the good work.
Did you hear that when Jeff opened the doors after lockdown, he actually played Elton John's "I'm Still Standing"?
Why wouldn't you?
That rumor. That's a rumor that I haven't had confirmed, but that's what I have in my mind. I have in my mind that he just opened the doors, bit of "I'm Still Standing." I don't know whether he would have gone for the Sing version or whether he would have gone for the traditional Elton version, but I can imagine that was exactly what happened.
Either way, but he's got to feel proud of that achievement. I think that's sensational. There's not many businesses that can handle that.
Somebody else we should mention, bringing up on the screen here, Bash at the Beach, Wrestling with Figs podcast merch drop. Very successful, probably our biggest drop so far. And as people who are watching or listening know, this is not the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. This is just 2 amateurs from Australia doing their best to raise awareness of figures in Australia and New Zealand. But we're very grateful for everyone's support for the merch drop. Do you want to talk more to it?
Yeah, here. No, appreciate everyone's support. We've had to order in bulk some stubby holders and hats. So we have got some excess hats and stubby holders that will still be up for sale in due course, but we'll also be using a few for a couple of giveaways as well. But huge thank you to everyone that supported us. I look forward to seeing you guys ripping those stubby holders, hats, singlets, and what else? T-shirts, and get a photo. And actually, those will be in the post in the next week or so. So stay tuned.
If Brad Perryman is repping our logo before I am, you're going to get fired, James. I've got a list of people waiting to replace you.
Mate, you know what? He probably is because he lives about 30 minutes from the where they get shipped out from. So
I'll ring up our supplier and I'll tell him to cancel his order.
All good.
And also shout out to Aussie John Lucas Reyes for the graphic design work. Fantastic work as always. What a superstar.
Yep. And Aussie John, I've got we've put some aside for you, mate. We've got a hat and stubby holder coming your way, and we might even send you some to send to the boys over in the States just to get the Aussie boys on the global stage. Hey, like you say, we're just a couple of Aussie amateurs that love shining the light on collecting down under. So
if Aussie John can get the boys on the pod to wear our T-shirt, Aussie John is going to get a pay rise.
That's right. He'll be on the
or even a mention. I'd be happy with a mention.
John will be on the board. He'll be the chairman and the CEO. So
I think he already is the chairman.
yeah. Well, let's keep moving along, mate. That's the shot clock just went off then. So shout out to the Figs Down Under community. If you want to be a part of a great community down under from all around the world, come and join us at the Figs Down Under Facebook group. It's a lot of fun. A bunch of collectors that support one another and, all good people. So come along and join the fun.
If you're part of the Figs Down Under private Facebook page, you get to make fun of me. That seems to be what everybody does these days. And, the jokes have become so bad that when I look at other posts and things, I see things and I screenshot them for myself because I think, I can mention this looks like me. So I found my older brother. There's King Kong Bundy with his hair. So apparently that's what I look like. So
wow.
It's a bit disappointing. I think my boobs aren't that big, but some people might disagree. And then I saw this. Yeah, you go, James. What do you want to tell me?
I was just going to say it's the attire that kind of, makes it look like you. I've seen you walk around in your black leotard, your double strap leotard, and look good. And your boots, your big F-me boots.
Mate. Thanks. Yep, I do take pride in my boots. And I saw this, and I thought this is our group all over. When people ask for help, and then the group members just shit all over them. So now
that's not what it's about.
Our group is very lucky that we have so many good people offering help. And so many talented people. I can't get over how talented our group is. And we'll talk more about some of those people coming up. But
we will.
It's not just one or two. It's a collective group of legends who I'm expecting the WWE Legends 14 range will have some of our group members as figures. So,
some figures, yeah.
Trust me, when you start seeing Legends Hurricane Helms, that could be us. Like, I might be next because Hurricane Helms.
Yeah.
No offense, Hurricane, but you don't quite strike me as a legend.
It's almost like when you think of the 70s, it feels like it's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hurricane Helms wasn't that long ago, and you think, really? He's not a legend. But you know what? Speaking of good community members, which we'll get into later in the show, but there's Brett Amos spoke about, shared, the GoFundMe page for Mark Bushy. Everyone knows Mark Bushy, world-renowned toy collector and seller. Unfortunately, his beloved dog is dying or needed a emergency surgery for a cancer.
Yeah,
we've had a member come forward wanted to raffle off some items. So we'll talk into that shortly. But that's the caliber of people in our group, and his name escapes me right now. The one that's Johnny Franks. Johnny Franks, bought that elite figure for that child, someone's child that day. Yeah. Just amazing. So great group. Come and join us.
Not to toot my own horn, James. Like I'm a legend, right?
You're all elite. Yep.
But if I don't tell you this story, no one will. But I bought in a whole bunch of legends from the USA at cost, and after bringing them in, I couldn't remember whether I'd charge people for local shipping as well as I charged people for the cost of the figure and then a division of the cost of the shipping. And then when they got here, I thought, I don't think I charged them for shipping in Australia, but I don't care. I'll just cover it because I'm trying to help people. I'm not trying to make dollars. So anyway, one of the figures came badly damaged. Oh, no, I wouldn't say badly damaged. One of the figures, the Scott Hall extra hand had fallen out of its place in the box. And so I had to message the group and say, hey, guys, we've got 3 Scott Halls in the box. One of them, the hand's fallen out. Anybody collecting loose? Because if you're collecting loose,
doesn't matter.
Then, it doesn't matter. All 3 guys said, I want it mock. So I thought, well, that's a problem. So anyway, we came to a decision that one person volunteered to take the one with the bung hand. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to stitch up the rest because if just be nice to this person. They've reached out. So I sent them an absolutely mint on card Colonel Mustafa elite in box.
Oh wow, nice.
And I found an extra one here, and I was going to use it for a trade, and then I thought, no, give this person a thank you because it's $29. It's not a big deal to me. And they were incredibly grateful. So they couldn't find one. I think the person was in Sydney. They couldn't find one. They were in lockdown. But that's what you do. You just go above and beyond. And that way it just creates a culture of happiness and excellence, which is what we want.
Makes you feel good, mate. Well done. Well done.